Welcome everyone to our first ISC event, PPVAR, Partnership for Priority Video Alarm Response. Perhaps sometime in the near future, Partnership for Priority Verified Alarm Response. My name is Don Young. I'm currently the CIO for Protection One and serving as the president for PPVAR. I'm joined by my colleague, Mr. Steve Walker, the Vice President of Customer Service for Stanley Security, and also the Vice President here at PPVAR. Steve and I are going to share moderator responsibilities for the next 2 hours. Steve and the panel of 6 people here will do the first hour. What we have represented here on this panel are law enforcement, the insurance community, and Underwriters Laboratory. On my panel, I'll have representatives mainly from the alarm industry, but from different aspects, legal, financial, operational, etc. Hopefully everyone in the room will find the questions interesting. They have been scripted, but the answers are not. So the panelists are free to give whatever answers, come to them at the time, and they're free to go ahead and dialogue amongst themselves. We are going to try to, keep the time commitments tight. We're looking at 45 minutes to 50 minutes of Q&A with the panelists, and we're looking at another 10 to 15 minutes of Q&A with the audience. Whether those questions from the audience are for the panelists or for Steve or I doesn't matter. So one thing, I'm assuming everyone here has arrived because of the brochure or the invite that was sent out to you. Maybe a question that you have is, why am I here? About 3 years ago, I was brand new serving as on the board of directors for CSAA, the Central Station Alarm Association. Proud to do it, been in the industry for about 26 years and never participated in any of the associations, so I was very much looking forward to contributing beyond my day job. And about 3 years ago, I had a bit of this aha moment where a presentation was made at a board of directors meeting where it was shown to me for the first time what video verification could mean beyond just surveillance or guard tours or things that are not so cost effective sometimes to the customer, very specific purposes, and most of those purposes outside of the central station. So this presentation was made, and it really kind of opened my eyes to the thought that the way we monitor conventional alarm systems certainly has its value. There's no arguing to that. But the idea of sending something as simple as a 7-second video clip to the operator, that doesn't make it too onerous on the central station to be able to handle the event in the same manner that they handle today, granted and invite some discretionary participation on the operator's part. But it's quite amazing and impactful on what the operator is able to do differently with that video clip. Evidence of a crime in progress, whether it's a false alarm or not. And that for me was really what kind of changed my thinking about what the central station I think was going to look like in the future. And I began to work closely with people within my company, P1, to try to develop solutions that would leverage this simple concept of a video clip attached to an alarm event to help verify what was going on at the premise. If I had the choice, I'd be here for hours talking about all the things that I've done at P1 the last couple of years to kind of put us in a position today to offer video verification, but that's not why we're here today. We're here today to hear from a number of people that are also impacted by what video verification can or can't do for everyone in the room. And I'll be available certainly after our 2-hour session to answer any questions that people have about what specifically I've experienced over the last couple of years. So that said, I'm going to give it to Mr. Walker, and he'll moderate the first hour. So.
Thank you, Don. It's really a privilege for me to have an opportunity to work with really a distinguished panel today to talk about video verification and to hear really some important voices from representing law enforcement and the insurance industry. Before we begin, just want to make a A brief announcement that we will be recording the session for today, both video and audio, and hope to make that available at some point in the future, but that's why you'll see cameras in the room. So our panel today is made up of 6 folks that you see sitting at the table. We have 3 representatives from law enforcement, 3 from the insurance industry, and I include in that our representative from Underwriters Laboratories, and we're going to kind of just work our way through the panel with with a few questions related to video monitoring. It's our hope that we'll kind of get through that and leave some time at the end for some Q&A, and would ask that you keep your questions until the end, until that opportunity is there. So we're going to begin with Jim Hughes, just to my right here, and Jim is representing the board of. He's on the board of North Texas Crime Commission. Jim is a last-minute stand-in for us. We actually had originally lined up for our discussion today Chief Chris Vinson from the Texas Police Chiefs Association, and unfortunately his father passed away just in the last day or two, and so Jim has agreed to step in, and we appreciate your being willing to step in really at the last minute, Jim.